All right, guys, how we all doing? Let's see who we got on the live today for the London session. Let me make sure everything's good, and then we'll get rocking and rolling. All right, so is anybody longing or shorting the market? This has been not a trading day for me today because I'm not going to long a downtrend overall. I'm going to wait for the top and look for a short. So currently not in any trades at the moment. All right, so Bitcoin right now, guys, is kind of in a little downtrend. We're bouncing off of a downtrend, though. So let's go into this in the shorter time frame. We can see New York pumped the market, and then we can see London, or not London, Tokyo really pumped the market. Got caught in a short. Tim, how you doing? So essentially right here, you do got an inverse head and shoulder pattern here. On the lower time frame. And if you draw a fib from right here to right here, if you're looking at your retracement, you are bouncing off of your 382. But Bitcoin's still in a downtrend overall, guys. Keep that in mind. Now, I wouldn't be shorting right here. All right. And the reason I wouldn't be shorting right here is because now you're in the middle. So again, no trade. Today was the no trade. I am trying my best not to long. Trying my best not to long a downtrend. If this breaks out of this downtrend, maybe we possibly long. Yes, the 18 hours moving up. Yes, the 18 hours oversold, but the daily is still dropping. All right. So we're kind of in this fair value gap right now. We're retesting this fair value gap on the daily. 4-hour time frame is not really doing anything. The 4 hours almost overbought, but you guys could see pretty much here we are in a downtrend. We didn't break it. We're rejecting the resistance. So I would even, say draw your resistance right here and wait for the that area to break. But essentially it would be this top. So we didn't even hit the top. This would be the 2 peak point that you would have to hit to break the downtrend. Now on a longer time frame, you're in a downtrend there, but you're also in a downtrend at the top. And you kind of hit the top right there, but you didn't. So this would now be the new channel on Bitcoin, right? So we could kind of see we're bouncing off the conversion line here on the lower channel. But until we break this resistance right here, I'm not even looking for longs. I'm only looking for shorts until we break it. If we break it, then we come up to 68K. However, it is good to long, guys, if you're at the bottom, but right now you're in the middle. So Bitcoin is in no trade zone. I've been very, very quiet with how I'm trading Bitcoin. Very quiet. I'm not in any trades. I'm not looking at any trades. I'm not looking at the chart for myself because I don't want to get stuck. Now, this was kind of unexpected into Tokyo. We haven't really ever seen Tokyo this month pumping like this or even dumping. I think we had one move where Tokyo was dumping, but right now you are just ranging at this pump right here. So this actually would have been a nice short. The only reason I didn't short it was because if you look at your liquidity gaps right here, shout out to everybody on the live, guys. Thank you for joining. Tim, just Josh and you, White, Yoel, Joshua, thank you. The longs from 63 are clean for BTC and the longs from 132 for XRP. Okay, so again, guys, we didn't hit. Well, we have a tweezer reversal right here. Perfect tweezer reversal. Remember, we were talking about tweezer reversals on the live this morning. You can see that right here. If you look at the 1 minute time frame, actually, if you look at the 5 minute time frame, we did technically break this uptrend. So if I'm looking for a short, it probably would have been about 65.6, but it would be at the break of 64.7 all the way back down to 63 if that was a thing and if that did happen. As of right now, we are in limbo on Bitcoin, okay? Our MACD, our 15 MACD is crossing down into the zero line. So if we get into the zero line on our 15 MACD, I might take a short when the 15 minutes overbought. We'll see what happens there. We're bouncing off of our 382. And essentially, we're looking at coming down to the 618. But this would be kind of an uptrend. Okay. So this definitely would be an uptrend in some way, shape, or form. Okay. Would I be longing the market? Stop mentioning only shorts. Honestly, this is only a shorting market until we break it. But I just don't like longs until we break this downtrend. That would be a resistance right here if I redrew it, right? I don't know why I drew it wrong the first time. Let me look at my parallel channel because we have a rounded bottom right here. Oh, it's because I took that point. So it's honestly this point to right here. So yeah, it actually did hit the top. I was drawing the wrong peak, kind of. So it pretty much did hit. Any way you want to look at this, it did definitely hit the top. So we rejected the top, and this is now the downtrend. And now your next target is 61K. What's the trend that needs to be broken? Right here. So again, it's not pretty because if you take this trend break to right here, that is a trend break. So ideally, this should be the top. But if you look right here, this should be the top. And then we did definitely break out. However, it is rejecting right here. So you got to redraw your channel. And this is where parallel channels are not always going to be the same, right? So redraw your channel. Now you kind of want to redraw to that resistance, line it up. And that resistance is hitting the top there and now not really doing anything. However, if we do come back up into London, I will be looking for a short up here. I'm not trading here. And hopefully we run it back down. Now, I know this might look bullish to everybody, guys, but keep in mind the weekly. We're not trading on the weekly. 100% we're not trading on the weekly. But this RSI is completely dumping. Okay? Closer to the end of the week, closer to the end of the month, things are going to settle in. We are ranging at the 200 SMA. We haven't broken it yet. Okay? We have a little bit of a fake out on the bearish pennant. If you look at this daily right here, we wicked all the way to the top after dropping off of an inverted fair value gap. Well, it wouldn't be fair value gap inverted right now, but we'll see. So if we close below 65.2 on the daily candle, we are coming back down. As of right now, no trading. Okay, no trading for me. Bitcoin is in a no trade zone. Maybe I would have longed if I got in right here. But as of right now, BTC is in a no trade zone. Joshua, how you doing? First time listener. Shout out to you. My name is Josh as well. Shout out to all the people on the live. I know, guys, you don't want to hear shorts. I get it. It is what it is, right? But we got to follow the trend. The trend is absolutely your friend. And this is showing me a continuation to the downside. Okay. So what I'm looking for maybe is I'm looking for the 15-minute overbought. I'm taking the downtrend, the top of the downtrend right here. I could see it's kind of breaking out. I lined this up right here though, and I could see that my 5-minute candle time frame on the RSI broke out. So the 5-minute broke out, so we're probably going to remain in limbo here. Yes, there's a bear flag all the way down to 61K. Really, all I'm doing, guys, is I'm waiting for my 15-minute to be overbought now, seeing where my 15-minute candle is, lining up my 15-minute with my MACD on the 15-minute and looking if we're into the zero line, then lining up my 4-hour and see if we're almost overbought in the 4-hour time frame. Okay? If we hit the top of the 4-hour time frame, we're pretty much going to be tapped out. Okay? So I know this is a bit of a longer explanation on Bitcoin, but I would not go long. That is just my thesis at the moment. And if you line up your liquidity gaps, if you break this area right here, guys, you are dropping and coming down, down, down. 64.7, you break it, you start dumping, boom, you come down to 63. If you don't break it, you don't trade, because now we're in a bit of a range. We could even hypothetically push up back to about 65.6, and you want to make sure you guys get the perfect entry. I hope we push up maybe to 65.9 or 65.8 one more time. I don't know if that is going to happen, though. All right, so there's my update on Bitcoin for you guys. A bit more of a longer update here because we're not shorting the middle. Look how much percentage this is. We're only looking to make massive profit. And at this point, guys, if I'm not making $1,000 per day on trade, I don't care about that trade. So you can kind of see this bottom trend line here. That's your trend line. If Bitcoin breaks it, you're going to drop. All right, let's look over the large caps, guys, here first. XRP, right? If I start telling you guys to go long, I know Bitcoin is going to reverse. It just is how it is. 1 minute BTC head and shoulders. Yeah. So again, XRP kind of twirling at the support of the trend line here. If we go to our liquidity gaps, go to XRP. Same thing, XRP is ranging. You're still above a trend line right there, so you're still in an uptrend on XRP, so I would definitely not try to short it. You're actually oversold on XRP too. Everything is still in an uptrend at the moment, guys. So again, I wouldn't be trying to short. Not yet. But it does look to me that we could possibly drop into New York. Here's kind of your resistance here now. You hit it, if you will. If you look at your 3 points on the 1 hour here, you've got not perfect, but there's a point there, a point there. Yeah, you technically broke out in the RSI. You just need to redraw it. XRP, though, is still in this downtrend. So kind of the same song and dance that we're talking about on Bitcoin here. We need to break the trend line. And you need to push up and have a bit more juice if you want to short it. So if you guys are just tuning in, the market is in a no trade zone at the moment for me. This means I'm not trading it, and I don't recommend trading it until we are overbought in the 15-minute. And until we break this trend. Olga, how you doing? Can we look at INJ? For sure we could look at INJ. Shout out to everybody on the live, guys. If you got our one-on-one coaching or group coaching or anything the past couple of days, I'm going to put an announcement. I'm getting everything put together. We will start next week with everybody. I'm going to send out messages to the people. So if you haven't heard from me today, been doing some work on the side there. Please don't think I'm ignoring anybody. There's a lot of messages I need to answer, and I'm going to have to figure out schedules and stuff. So if you got the coaching, guys, I'm going to message everybody tomorrow and set up a Zoom session intro for next week. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for sure. INJ, injective protocol. I like how a lot of people have confidence in altcoins. I'm the only one that's not touching altcoins on shorting. So I do see INJ dropping down to here because now we hit the top. We broke this trend. So it does look like we are going to drop down to here, which is about 296. If I look at my liquidity gaps, Joshua, thank you for subscribing. We have the same name, so I appreciate you. If I look at my liquidity gaps right here, guys, on INJ, injective protocol, you're in a huge rounded bottom. I wouldn't short it. You did break out of the rounded bottom. Here's your main support around $3. I don't know. INJ looks good. But again, if I'm looking at the 1 hour here, man, we're crushing it for the London session. This is the most people I've seen join the London session in ages. Thank you guys for all being on the live. I appreciate you. Yeah, you know what? INJ is not looking too bad. But you are into the zero line on the MACD, so I definitely wouldn't trade this for a short. I probably wouldn't long this, to be honest, or short it. 15 minutes almost overbought, so it could definitely come back down to about 297. I don't know. I'm impartial. I'm impartial to this INJ setup because it should come back down to here, but it did break out. I just don't trust altcoins right now, especially off of a move like this. This would have been a really good short up here, though. 363. Winning wave, what is up? What do you guys think the market is going to do into London? Pump or dump? All right, I'm not getting too fancy with it. Shout out to all the new people on the live, guys. I appreciate you guys. Welcome to the London session. Let's take a look at Solana. Make sure we look at our large caps. The best type of trading I recommend doing right now is not trading the market. For those of you guys just joining, I am looking short, but I don't trust shorts at the moment. And this is probably going to be the trajectory moving forward. I'm going to be very, very cautious with my setups because I am only looking to make $1,000 per day off every trade on my funded accounts. And that means I need to really be catching the tops and the bottoms. I would say that Solana is going to push up to this region around 84. You did break. No, never mind. You didn't break. You didn't break the resistance. So you've got key resistance here on Sol. Could it possibly break out? Yes. But your resistance is right here. You all, thank you. NVIDIA earnings tomorrow. NVIDIA earnings will definitely send the market into a bit of a frenzy for sure. The double top looks good for a drop, but we are now oversold. And I will say this. We do have now bullish dive on Solana on the 18-hour time frame. So if you look right here to this area right here, we have some pretty big bullish divergence. Until this breaks out, I can't really recommend longing. And you're ultimately looking at around 83. I would say 83 to 84. Maybe a wick up to 84. You did break this trend on Solana, but it never even back tested the break. So that is caution to the wind. All right, guys, London is open shortly. I want to get into a short, but I'm not going to get into a short yet. Remember, I'm lining up my 2 points of support right here. This is a nice little bear flag, but the bear flag is printing at the bottom of the channel. Yeah, non-financial advice. Because Bitcoin did just break out, technically, if you look at it right there. So, if you guys want to be risky, Enzo, how you doing? If you guys want to be risky, you could potentially long right here because it's not too much a risk. Well, it kind of is because in the shorter term, we're going down. But then if it breaks right here, you get out and you flip to possibly a short. Think they can squeeze up to 68K. So we would have to break this high right here, right? White London to take out Tokyo low and continue with the downtrend. All right, let's see. It's Tokyo low. Tokyo low is right here, manipulation, right? That's the possibility. Or we drop down here, pump up here, and then come down. But London typically does manipulate. This would be your Tokyo low. I'm all for it. If London takes out that low, I'm taking a trade, high leverage, and then I'm probably getting out here about 63.9. All right, what else do we got here? Every 20th word is short. Trust me, when we're bullish again, every 20th word is going to be long. Right now, no trade. No trade. What about Algorand? Algorand was looking pretty good. That would have been a nice scalp earlier. Algorand's in a real nice rounded bottom if you want to look at a... Did Algorand break out? No, it didn't. It didn't, but it's about to. Algo looks like it wants to break out this 4-hour downtrend. It did break out on the RSI. Algo has been a pretty look. Injective protocol is trying to make a move. Algo has been looking very good with volume, sell volume and buy volume. Yeah, I can see a big move coming up here on Algo if we end up breaking out, because we're very, very oversold too. But it looks like Algo is in a perfect falling wedge. Again, Bitcoin would have to do something and not fake out, but Algo is looking bullish. Bullish, bullish. There you go. I said bullish for one time. Let's look at Tether Dom and see where Tether dominance is. Man, dog hair. Oh. So Tether Dom is ranging in an uptrend, faking out off this pennant, overbought. Daily is back testing the break right here. Pirate, how you doing? About 8.20%, with the daily still moving up. So Tether dominance is in limbo at the moment. It looks like it is back testing this break right here, which wouldn't be good for crypto or Bitcoin, but we'll see. Now Tether Dom is almost oversold in the 4, and Bitcoin is almost overbought. So there is some correlation right there. Definitely some correlation. You know what I haven't looked at for a long time, guys? My favorite trade in the world, Aave. Wow, Aave came down to... Aave is in a huge downtrend. Huge. With a very nice inverse head and shoulder pattern. Part of me wants to say we're kind of bullish because the 18 hours oversold on Bitcoin and some altcoins. Let me look at the 18-hour here on Bitcoin. Yeah, we're definitely... So this is a bullish scenario because I've only been talking about shorts, but I'm not biased on this channel. I'm either shorting or long in the market. So here's your actual downtrend. Okay, this is a macro downtrend. The downtrend I keep on showing you guys is a short-term downtrend. Okay, it could be broken. But what could happen is Bitcoin could be making a higher low because now we're oversold, and we already did touch the bottom here in the 18-hour. So BTC could be making a higher low until we head to the top here, and until we head to the top of that resistance, which means the top would be here, which means that this could potentially pump all the way to 77, or obviously the short term, or about 67.8. Pretty much what Olga was saying, 68K, right? But for that to happen, we would have to be bullish, okay? So ideally, that would actually be your downtrend. But you do have some resistance right here in the shorter term, which is really short-term resistance, by the way. Let's see what happens. You know what? I didn't look at the 15-minute. We did break the 15-minute on Bitcoin. So we did break the 15-minute on the RSI, but we never broke it on the actual chart. I want one more push up to 66K, and I will be ever so happy. Ave short from 129.15 to 99 if it manages to get there. Yeah, that would be a good short. But Bitcoin right now, I can't really recommend. All right, guys. So we've got London is open. I didn't even realize. London is open. Just give me a minute, guys. All right. What do we got on the 5-minute time frame here? We're just riding this trend line. 30-minute oversold. 15-minute coming up here still in the RSI on the momentum indicator, but your KND is pushed down. No, I would say we're probably going to move up to here one more time, which would be because that 4 hours is still going up for another 3 hours and 54 minutes. Yeah, so I would say one more time we revisit that high. 15 minutes going up, 4 hours going up. It's going to be really, really tough to break this area right here to the downside until this 4 hours overbought. So you guys could see the 4 hours overbought. However, it is going up, which means that there's going to be uptrend momentum for the next 3 hours. Do I recommend longing here? Not really. But you could kind of see here we're gliding on this uptrend here. And now if you look at the RSI on the 4 hour, it's moving up. So yeah, it looks like we're going to get a pump into London for sure. Maybe instead of taking out the Tokyo low, this is what I'm thinking London is going to do now. Take out the Tokyo high, possibly, unless we break this trend. But we're either going to take out the Tokyo low or take out the Tokyo high. Right here or right here. We're in a nice rounded bottom into London right now. I would say we take out the Tokyo high, push up a bit higher maybe. Maybe a bit higher just to liquidate all the shorts. But I would be looking for a move right here. I would be looking for a short right here at the top. What area is that? Okay, so yeah, 66.4 maybe. You know what? We didn't actually even hit the top of this area right here, which would be a sweep, which there are more sells. We hit this area, but we didn't hit the top here. Yeah, you know what? Either London or New York is probably going to go for the 66.4. So Tokyo distributed. There's a possibility London ranges. Very big possibility. All right, guys, let's look at gold here. We like trading gold, like looking at gold. Gold is not looking too bad. Yeah, not too bad on gold. Not too bad on gold, fam. I would say we get a pump on gold. If you look right here, we're in this huge rounded bottom on gold. Right? Huge rounded bottom on gold. You're rejecting that conversion line. You are definitely rejecting that conversion line. You're in a little bit of an uptrend, downtrend. But if we could break this area, guys, on gold, gold is absolutely going to pop. That 4 hour looks insanely bullish on gold. Like that 4 hour is just crazy. I could see gold pumping up to about 5,600, honestly. Gold is a bull trap. Screenshot this. I could see what you're saying because we're in insane bearish divergence. But on the shorter time frame, gold is looking bullish on the 4 hour. I wouldn't. It keeps rejecting this resistance right here. We got rising tops. We got break of trends. But we got a macro breakout on gold, which is going to be a, rounded bottom, right? Okay, so looking at the market, guys, Tokyo pumped the market, distributed, okay? London is probably going to range following AMD, okay? Following AMD, London's probably going to range. And if that is the case, then we go sideways at the break of trend. That is my thesis as of right now. That means that New York is probably going to manipulate, being that it is NVIDIA earnings tomorrow. We're probably going to get a ton of manipulation into New York. There is a bearish flag here, though, and we are overbought in the 5-minute. So what I would be waiting to do, guys, right now is I would be waiting for this 15-minute to become overbought before I do anything. Revisit the 15-minute MACD. A lot of people don't realize how important the MACD is, but they also don't know how to trade the MACD. You don't trade when the MACD crosses here. It doesn't necessarily mean we're bearish. All it means is that there's a reversal of trend. When the MACD goes into your zero line, that is when you become bearish. And when you come up, that is when you become bullish in that particular time frame. So what I'd be looking for is I'm looking for my 15-minute overbought, and I'm looking for my MACD into the zero line. And if I get that, I'm probably doing a high leverage trade to make my $1,000 all the way to about here. Okay, we're using the funded accounts. Remember, guys, funded account trading. I'm going to be showing all of you guys in one-on-one coaching funded accounts. Those of you who purchase a group trading, we're going to be doing group trading sessions for funded accounts, okay? So this is the talk of the town. Get $100,000 given to you, pay less than a couple $100, figure out how to trade the market or 4 to 5 funded accounts, all right? Winning price to add some gold. Not sure. I'm not confident on gold yet. It would have to break that conversion line, which is that resistance, right? But yeah, we did break out, guys. We are going sideways if we look at it right here. So don't be trying to short this thing. You'll get wrecked. Maybe. Possibly. I would say, yeah, don't be trying to short it right now. I am going to show you guys how to make $1,000 a day on this channel. That is my new slogan, okay? How to make $1,000 a day US. I think everybody will be very happy with $1,000 a day US. Now, times that on 3-4 trading accounts. We are rocking and absolutely rolling. And for the new people that don't know our channel, you'll get familiar with it, okay? Make sure you guys go to beastlimitless.com if you're completely new here. If you are completely new, guys, go to beastlimitless.com. Right here. I got to update this payment info. But anyways, beastlimitless.com, guys. That is completely free. Come say hi in the pack chat. This is our community. Come look at the trades and stuff like that too. All right. So beastlimitless.com, completely free. I don't want money from you. What is going off on my alerts here? Something. Okay. Honestly, a long wouldn't look too bad right now because this 4-hour is actually going up. But you have to watch it because that 15-minute is not looking good. But it might cross up. I would say a long's looking okay. I'm personally not going to long it. However, we might get that 66. You know, I think it's very possible we take out Tokyo's high and manipulate. The way I'm seeing this right now. If I made that in a week, I would be rich. Capes. By the way, Capes, I messaged you. And if you guys messaged me about the group coaching, guys, check on beastlimitless.com, okay? What am I trading? CJDV? Nothing. I'm watching. I'm watching. Zero. I'm in zero trades at the moment. I'm going to show you guys discipline more than ever. This is my goal moving forward. We make big money or we make no money and we wait. Olga, I'm still using my 50K funded account that I passed with that Legend XRP short. Let's go. I like to see when people are paying credit cards off of our trades. If you guys are making money in the Beast Limitless community, guys, 444 in the comment section below. That is what I like to see. I like to see medical bills being paid. I like to see credit cards being paid. I like to see family being taken care of. At the end of the day, that is really what it is for. Man, we are trending hard. This is probably the biggest London live I've ever had, just because Bitcoin pumps a bit. XRP. Could be a good short. He almost overbought in the 15. Yeah, XRP is lining up to be a pretty good short for sure. Would I short it? I don't know. Again, you broke out here though, so I would love to see London push up one more time. Yeah, there we go. So the market's pumping a bit. Boom. Bearish pennant. Fake out. Bearish flag. Fake out. I want it, but my risk to reward wouldn't be good enough. No. Yeah, kind of. Maybe. Stop loss at 64.6. Maybe. Possibly. The 4 hour is moving up, guys. It's not a bad long, right? Like your 4 hour is moving up. Your MACD is still crossed on the 4 hour, but it is into the zero line. Keep that in mind. It's not a bad long at all. I'm just looking from the risk to reward to the top. Okay, let's see if we, what else we got here. Trying to go over all the large cap coins. This is what, honestly, I hope crypto gets rid of every other coin and has only large caps or mid caps. Like, it'll make it a lot better for volatility. So Cardano is on an uptrend here. This is going to be a dynamite short. I'm going to tell you guys why. Not a short. What am I talking about? ADA is looking very good for maybe a long. ADA is looking very, very good. Well, we broke this rising wedge in the shorter term. I'm talking about short term. And ADA is looking very good for long too, because if you break this 2-point trend, you're looking very good. Not too bad on ADA. All right, guys, that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. So it looks like Bitcoin is probably going to hit that high, manipulate, pump higher than Tokyo, possibly. With that 4-hour close. If we don't break this, we hit the top, we're probably going to drop into New York. If not, and you break out, it's still possibly going to be a manipulation because you already hit the top of your RSI right here. So I would be expecting about 66.5 on Bitcoin. That would be my target. This is a good long. It's a good long. Yeah, 66.5 to 66.4. All right. Hope everybody had fun on the live, guys. Gave you guys some setups for you to look at. If we break this uptrend, we're going to drop it. It's what it is. But it looks like London is going to be a bit of accumulation pump. Maybe hit 66, but I would say we're aiming for the top of that inverse head and shoulder, around 66.5. Now, guys, we typically have a New York session live in the morning, 9 to 9:30 a.m. So if you're new, 9 to 9:30 a.m. CST New York session live, which is going to be NVIDIA earnings. So see what happens there. I'm still not trading this, so you could get a scalp to the top, but gonna head to bed, wake up in the morning with a fresh mind, look at the charts, and hopefully be able to find a good setup to make killer money tomorrow. You guys could trade the 382 as well when you trade. Like, this wouldn't have been a bad setup because it was bouncing off the 382. So if you guys are only trading based off the fib, you know, you had a wick here, double bottom here, double bottom here. If it broke that, you know you're coming down, right? But you're looking for really just a scalp trade to the top. Yeah, so you're bouncing off the 382 if you flip it on the reverse. But if you don't flip it on the reverse, you're bouncing off your Fibonacci 618. So that is typically a good point for Bitcoin to bounce. Definitely. All right, guys, that is all I got for you all tonight. It is 2:30 in the morning. We had a really good live. I think everybody knows kind of the direction of the market. If you're going to bed, don't trade. It's pretty simple. Don't trade. Have discipline. Watch the trading uploaded. So shout out to all the new people on the live, guys. Thank you very, very, very much for joining. I think you're going to be very happy with our community and our channel. And again, join beastlimitless.com. If you haven't, it is 1,000,000% free. Not trying to take money from you. Just join the community. I post trade setups as well when I see fit. So trajectory is I'm not trading. I'm going to bed, and I'm going to look at this in the morning and set up a trade in the morning. And again, for the people who got the coaching or the group sessions, guys, I will message you to tomorrow to get a live session going next week, and then we'll get started.